The story begins in a classroom where we see many children. One child, named Kiss Sukata, is the class monitor and also the president of the student council. A girl named Sherry is helping another student with their uniform. Yuki and his friends start talking, and then we see a boy named Asha Hina. In the evening, I have to go for sword practice, and that's when we meet the main character of our series, Akira, who is sitting comfortably and reading manga. Just then, a child named Nanasa comes up from behind and asks, "Akira, do you also like reading manga like this?" Akira responds, "Yes, I love this type of manga. But the real fun is in reading HA." At that moment, Akira starts reading manga, but suddenly there's a problem with his phone. Then a teleportation circle activates above their classroom. When the kids open their eyes, they find themselves in a strange room. An old man appears and welcomes them, but soon after the king and queen enter and thank them for coming. The kids are shocked, not knowing where they are or how they can't even access their branding. The king then addresses them saying, "Heroes, I'm glad you accepted our invitation. The world you're in now is called the Morgan world. Demons have attacked our kingdom, and only heroes from other worlds can defeat them. That's why we summoned you here." The kids are excited to be in a new world, but Akira realizes that he's truly in a new world, and he starts to feel happy. The kingdom's magician starts talking, saying that one by one they need to step forward so they can determine who the hero is. The first kid, a strange boy named Daiki, steps up. His class and skills appear in front of everyone. He is an animal trainer. Yuki follows, a class enchanter. Demite is a knight and Shari is a healer. Nanasa steps forward and reveals himself as a wind magician. Then Nanasa tells Akira, "Now it's your turn." Akira checks his status and the magician asks, "Akira, what class are you?" Akira replies, "My class is assassin." "Assassin? That's quite good." But Akira starts feeling suspicious about all this. Then we see the class monitor Tsukasa step forward. When he reveals his class, everyone is surprised to find that Tsukasa is the hero, having a level of over 500 right away. The others can only reach level 500 with training, but the hero's level is already higher. Everyone is happy to have a hero to protect them from the Demon Lord. However, Akira grows suspicious of the king and queen. He decides not to show anyone his status, as his abilities are far too powerful, with some maxed out to a higher level than the hero. If anyone found out, it could create problems. Akira's unique skill, Council Presence, is also maxed out, so he activates it to become invisible. Meanwhile, Nanasa wonders where Akira has gone, but no one is paying attention to him as they now have their hero. The old man, noticing the changes, says it's time for the kids to rest. Akira, remaining invisible, sneaks around the castle, sensing something suspicious. He explores the castle, avoiding being noticed by everyone except a knight named Ken. Later, Akira discovers a room filled with weapons and assassin costumes. As he continues exploring, he realizes the presence of cameras. The king and queen have been keeping an eye on them. Akira overhears a conversation between the king and queen, and they talk about possibly killing the kids, as they are just children. Akira begins to suspect that the king might have sinister intentions. The next day, the kids begin training, and Tsukasa gives a speech about protecting their kingdom. But Akira thinks that these kids are too quick to trust the king and queen. Then Siren, the knight commander, arrives and tells them they will train for 1 month before going into the dungeon to check their powers. During training, Akira uses his council presence ability to stay hidden, but Siren spots him using temperature differences. Siren promises not to reveal Akira's secret and tells him to train hard. Akira continues his training, leveling up in the dungeon. Meanwhile, Tsukasa and the others train, but they are unaware of Akira's suspicions. After some time, Akira unlocks a special ability and becomes more powerful. But then a shocking event happens. Commander Siren is killed, and Akira begins to feel the weight of the situation. He suspects that the queen is involved in all of this, and that their mission might be a setup. While exploring the dungeon, Akira and his friends confront a giant monster. Akira uses his shadow magic to defeat the beast, and he realizes how powerful he has become. But as he continues to explore, he encounters an elf trapped in the monster's slime. The elf reveals that she is a noble, and has been sent by the Demon Lord to find him. Akira feels the tension as he realizes his enemies might be closer than he thought. The elf introduces herself as Amelia, and after some conversations, she reveals that she has the same power, the World Eye. They form an alliance and agree to fight together. They continue battling through the dungeon, defeating monsters and growing stronger. Eventually, they reach the final floor and confront a massive dragon. Akira and Amelia manage to defeat it, unlocking new abilities in the process. As they journey through this strange world, Akira learns that everything, from the Queen's manipulations to the monsters they face, is all part of a larger plan. He must now decide how to confront these threats and find a way back to his own world. Meanwhile, the King and Queen are watching him, and Akira becomes more suspicious of their true intentions. As the story progresses, Akira continues to navigate the complexities of this new world. After defeating the dragon, Akira and Amelia realize that the world they are in is far more dangerous than they originally thought. The King and Queen's true motives become clearer as Akira uncovers secrets that link them to dark powers. Akira starts to feel the weight of his growing powers, but at the same time, he becomes more conflicted about his role as a hero. Amelia, still loyal to him, tries to help him understand his abilities and the consequences of using them, but Akira knows he must remain vigilant. Meanwhile, back in the kingdom, Tsukasa and the others are continuing their training under Siren's guidance. They prepare for the upcoming battle with the Demon Lord. However, Tsukasa is becoming increasingly agitated, feeling as though something is not right. He senses that the King and Queen are manipulating them, but he doesn't have the evidence to prove it. The situation reaches a boiling point when Akira is summoned to meet with the King and Queen. They inform him that they have a new mission for him, one that involves taking down the Demon Lord once and for all. However, Akira is suspicious of their motives and decides to confront them directly. During the meeting, Akira reveals that he knows they have been lying to him and the others. The King and Queen try to justify their actions, claiming that they are only trying to protect the kingdom. But Akira knows better. He accuses them of using the children as pawns in their political game. As Akira prepares to leave the royal palace, Amelia warns him that the King and Queen will not let him go so easily. The royal guards, led by a powerful knight, attempt to stop him, but Akira uses his shadow magic to outmaneuver them and escape. He and Amelia run through the streets of the capital, knowing they have little time to make it to the dungeon where the final battle will take place. Tsukasa, sensing that Akira is in danger, decides to take matters into his own hands. He gathers the rest of the group and prepares to confront the King and Queen. However, they are not prepared for the full extent of the King's power. The King, revealing his true form, transforms into a demon lord himself. The battle begins, and Tsukasa and the others are forced to fight for their lives. Meanwhile, Akira and Amelia make it to the dungeon. They are confronted by powerful monsters and traps, but Akira's growing strength allows them to press forward. As they reach the final room, they find a powerful artifact that could help them defeat the Demon Lord and break free from the kingdom's influence. But before they can use it, the king appears before them, now fully transformed into a monstrous version of himself. A final showdown ensues as Akira faces the king in a battle that will determine the fate of the world. Akira uses all of his abilities, including his shadow magic and newly acquired skills, to fight back. In the end, with the help of Amelia and his friends, Akira manages to defeat the king, breaking the curse that had held the kingdom in its grip. As the dust settles, Akira and his friends are left to pick up the pieces of their shattered world. They have defeated the Demon Lord and the king, but at great cost. Many of their friends have fallen, and the kingdom is left in ruins. Despite the loss, Akira and Amelia are determined to rebuild and create a better world. Akira finally understands the true meaning of being a hero. Not just fighting for power, but fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. The journey is far from over, but Akira is no longer the uncertain boy who was pulled into this world by chance. He has become a true hero, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead.